Hello everyone, this is Ripper, and today we are going to be looking at some Chivalry Medieval Warfare skins! Yes. I like these videos. I do like these videos, and you guys have been suggesting, since this new patch came out, that I go ahead and do it, and I'm not going to let them pile up like I did the last couple patches worth of cosmetics. Let's just get them on out there and get you guys in the know about them. So, what's up with the skin? So first and foremost, there's this really awesome skin. It's the Viper Saber, which is a crossover skin from the upcoming Mirage Arcane Warfare. I'm pretty excited about that game. I still need to do my overview on it, but if you haven't seen the trailer for it, you can go find that pretty easily, most likely. Mirage Arcane Warfare, Torn Banner's newest project. And that is a Saber replacement. If we go find the Saber, we will find that the normal Saber, a little bit on the boring side. I was never a big fan of how the Saber looked. I think it looked way too simple, kind of dirty. I don't like when weapons look dirty with no purpose. If they look like really grungy, I think that's awesome. Then we have the Viper Saber. This thing is so freaking cool. I've seen gameplay of Mirage, but I haven't seen this blade really up close and personal. It looks so just ridiculously cool. There's no other weapon like it for the Saber. There's barely any weapons like it for any other weapon. It's just got so many little cool details that are so awesome. And this is just with the Man-at-Arms. If I wanted to show you guys with the Knight... the Knight can't use the Saber. If I wanted to show you guys with the Vanguard, you'll see a little bit better. It's just so beautiful. It's got that snake curling up the top. It's got these spikes. This over-serrated edge at the bottom. It's so cool. I love this weapon, and it's free if you just go ahead and join the Mirage Steam community to unlock it. I'm reading from the page, basically. It's a really cool skin. Highly recommend you guys get it. Doesn't cost any money. Just gotta follow the Mirage community on Steam. I don't know why it thinks it's locked. I'm pretty sure I'm following. I think I need to unfollow and refollow to make it work, but we'll see. So that is just the first skin. We're gonna go through the list now. Next is going to be a crossbow replacement, and this is for anybody. I just like using the Masons because they're my favorite dudes. And this is a light crossbow skin. So the normal light crossbow, I never really felt like this needed a skin, honestly. It looks pretty good. It's got that nice, moderate amount of thickness to it, but the heavy crossbow obviously is so humongous, like it makes perfect sense, and the heavy crossbow skin I think is kind of weird because it's like a hybrid between that and the light crossbow. But this is a light crossbow skin. This is the vanilla. And this, the Deer Hunter, is the new one. I very much like this skin. It's so minimal. It's so small. It's got, what is that, a little rat, perhaps, at the very back? That's so cool. It's such a cool little flourish. And this was made by Zelfit, of course. Very good work, Zelfit. I'm really impressed by this craftsmanship. It's really nice. A little bit of weird clipping going on, I think, with the hand, but perhaps not. Maybe that's actually kind of a limitation of just how the models are. Oh, a little bit of clip through with the hand. That's fine, honestly. It looks so good. I'm really impressed by this craftsmanship. Hebbit. Next, of course, is the Danax skin. We're going to use our trusty, dusty Man-at-Arms. And that is going to be the Gefjon. Now, the normal Danax, I've never been a fan of this skin. I think it looks kind of dumb, to be perfectly honest. This is one of the skins I feel just does not work with the weapon. Obviously, Danax, it has a historical precedent, but I feel like when this weapon strikes and when it's swinging around, it just looks like it looks like a stick with a piece of metal on the end. Now, of course, that you can say that about most weapons, but this is more wood than metal. And that is, of course, most axes, but it's just kind of off-putting to see. The Gefjon, let's see what that does. The Gefjon makes it a lot cleaner, makes it a lot nicer to look at. The Danax, the vanilla Danax, I'm just not a big fan of how it looks. It's got these studs, it's got this kind of dirty-looking wood part. But the Gefjon, it's got this nice clean blade. It's got a lighter wood, these metal bracings, and then this beautiful, I believe that is a leather-wound handle. Really nice. Really, it gives it kind of more of a meaty look to it, while the normal Danax is just this little twig with a piece of metal on the end. This is a much thicker piece of weaponry. I like it. Gumi Ente is its creator. Very good job. Next is a replacement for the pole hammer. Oh, my favorite Vanguard weapon. It is actually basically my favorite Vanguard weapon. Oh, this is interesting. There are two pole hammer replacements today. So this is the normal pole hammer. I honestly really like the vanilla pole hammer skin. It looks really just deadly. Like, if you see this on a battlefield, you get as far away from whoever is carrying it. It's got a spear. It's got a hook. It's got a freaking meat pounder. It is a meat pounder. It's just, it's amazing. I love this thing. I love the meat pounder. That's gonna go under some quote book somewhere, but that's fine. This metal bracing, it's very nice. This is one of my favorite vanilla skins, honestly. I really, really like it. The Adeptus Malleum is going to be the first skin of it, and it takes what was already deadly looking and gives it a freaking gavel end. Who doesn't like that? It takes away from some of the more stylistic elements of the normal polehammer. It takes away from this little crossblade on the spear. It takes away from the spikes on either side of the spear. I don't believe it has... Oh, it has those. They're just a little bit tinier, a little bit thinner. It's a lot more simpler of a weapon than the normal polehammer. I don't know which one I like more. I really like this sort of meat... I forgot what it's called. It's a pound or whatever. I like that sort of claw-like smashing implement. But then we've got a hammer. This is just a straight-up hammer piece. I love it. Oily Stool makes some fantastic skins. He has made probably some of my most favorite, my favorite skins over the past couple months patches. He's a fantastic creator. $2, standard cost, and that is the Adeptus Malleum. I love the name. That's such a cool name. And now we have the Heavy Head, made by Julio. This this is a cool skin. So that hook from before, he went ahead and turned that into the back of a hammer and made the front of a hammer, just with some rather odd but really cool flourishes. I love these little indentations on it. So cool. And these subtle twists to the leather where both of the hands reside on either side. It's so cool. And the butt. You gotta love that butt. You gotta love that booty. Neither of these really have much of a back flourish. They have, in fact, the exact same back flourish. The Heavy Head, though, this is new. This is different. This is really cool. Everything about this weapon is so cool. It's so unique. I think it makes that grungy aspect from the vanilla skin even more so, because it makes this one long, thin, single piece of metal. Not thin, thick. A thick piece of metal. This, it seems like these two are kind of their own entities. Obviously, it's the same piece of metal, but they're thin. They are their own sides of the weapon. This, it's one bar of iron, and it's freaking awesome. I love it. Good job, Julio, on this Heavy Head polehammer. Next is... that's an interesting name. Next is a Zweihander skin. Here's the vanilla Zweihander skin. I think I've spoken before. I think this is way too simplistic for such an epic weapon as the vanilla skin, but I enjoy it. I think it works out for most people. And then we have the Royal Cock. This is the new skin. Let's go through the list, though. Flammenschwert, in my old video, I love this skin. I love the crap out of this skin. That serrated blade looks awesome. The Serpent Zwei is really, really cool. You guys know I love these fantasy-esque sword skins and whatnot. Most people hate them. It takes away from immersion. I don't care. They look awesome. The Montante, I think, is a really nice straight blade. Again, it doesn't change enough for me from the original Zweihander to really merit it. And then we've got the Royal Cock. I don't know why it's called that, but it looks really, really cool. You've got one whole side of the blade with serration. You've got I know why it's called that. There's a chicken head at the bottom of the blade. That's really, really cool. I think it's hilarious. Good job, Frank the Fish. This is a really cool piece of weaponry. And compared to the vanilla, I think that thing is just completely takes the cake for uniqueness. This takes this weapon, changes everything about it, but not so much that you don't know what weapon it is. It's so cool. I love it. Really good job from Frank the Fish. You made a weapon called the Royal Cock, and you made it make sense. It's beautiful, in a sense. Next, we have the Greatsword skin, Kingmaker. But let's go through what has already been. Vanilla Greatsword, I like it. It's a big piece of iron. It kills people. It works for what it is. It's very simple. The Willbreaker takes the same concept, makes it a little bit shinier. Berserker Greatsword takes the same concept, makes it a lot shinier, and also a bit more pretty. I really like the Berserker Greatsword. I don't know why. Oh, it comes with a Berserker helm, created by Solstice. Nice. Then the Cold Spectre, of course, the free skin. I really like this. It takes that first idea and puts a small fantasy spin on it, but I like it a lot. Then we have the Kingmaker, which doesn't change a whole lot from the original Greatsword, but I think it changes enough to make some people perhaps consider getting it. I would not, however. If I were a main Vanguard player, I really wouldn't. PXL, fantastic job on the skin. However, I just don't believe it changes enough. And that is, of course, my opinion. It's got these nice little spikes. It's got that changed hilt, that very unique hilt. I can't actually tell exactly what it is, but it looks very nice. And we've got the twisted crossguard, and sort of this nice trench down the center of the blade. I don't know what this is actually called, but it basically makes it prettier, which is what most of the greatsword skins do. I suppose if that's what you're going for, PXL, good going. Good skin. Absolutely good skin. I cannot tell any of these people that they have bad skins, because I couldn't do this at all, and these are all works of art. Next, we have a Sword of War skin, which should be very interesting, called the White Wolf. A little bit of a Call to Witcher there, huh? We'll see. And this sucker is, well, it should be cool. Let's see. This is the original Sword of War. I've always said I think this is kind of a silly base. I think this is one of the most unimposing base skins for a weapon that's so good in the game. But go figure. Final Guard, probably my favorite skin of all time. It is the most fantasy-esque of any skin, and I freaking love it. And it's on sale. I'll probably end up buying it because it comes with a helmet too. So why the heck not? Let's support the creators. This is really cool. Winter Soldier, I've talked about this before. It changes so little from the original Sword of War. I just don't think it's worth it. Oily still did a good job, but to each their own. White Knight, it's kind of same thing. Not enough change for me. When I buy a skin, I want something that completely changes the blade. The Dura Sword, again, it's kind of a little twirly bits, but other than that, it's just a simpler blade. And then we have White Wolf. This blade is really cool. It looks like black steel, almost, which is really badass. It's got this sort of Renaissance-esque rapier crossguard, which is awesome. And I think there is no hilt to this blade. That might be an issue. But I digress. Primate does some really good skin work. Makes sense that he would make something like this. This is definitely a Sword of War skin I'd consider getting, other than the Final Guard, because it changes enough. This blade is a lot thicker than the base Sword of War. I don't know if you guys noticed that. It's a lot thicker the whole way through. It doesn't have that little hump down there. I prefer swords that have a bit more consistency to them, as opposed to, I get consistency to their long-wise view. So something like the Winter Soldier, I actually do prefer this blade, but the rest of the sword doesn't change enough. The Dura Sword, I think it's a little bit weird at the bottom here. That's personal preference, once again. Primate, fantastic job on this. I very much like this blade. I'd highly recommend people check it out. And that was White Wolf. Next, we have a poleaxe replacement. Let's check that out. So, base poleaxe. Poleaxe has some really nice skins. This poleaxe skin is going to be Golden Age. The base poleaxe, it's kind of boring. It's got that meat pounder at the back. Someone's gonna need to tell me what this thing is actually called. I own like 2 in my house. It's got that meat pounder in the back. It's got that nice blade. Yeah, pretty cool. Then we have the Leo poleaxe, which just looks like an absolutely horrifying version of the normal poleaxe. I totally love it. It's fantastic. Then we have the Warmonger, a bit more of a curved version of the normal poleaxe. I can appreciate that, certainly. Then the Tulip, which is a rather interesting little display. The back is very different. It's very stylized. I love the style. I can always appreciate a well-stylized weapon. So I appreciate this weapon very, very much. Then we have Golden Age. And Golden Age, I think, it's got some really nice art on it. It's got that big spike at the end, which is much more imposing than any of the other spikes on this list. And it's got some beautiful designs. It's got that gold inlay, it seems, on the butt of the hammer, and it's also got a lot more studs back there. It looks a little bit more deadly, but it doesn't. I don't think it does enough for me different from something like the Leo poleaxe, the Warmonger. It does enough different. There's enough different that I would definitely consider getting it. Escafan and Pernok, fantastic job. Also, the butt here, very, very nice. That is not present on any of the other ones. There's a little bit of difference between them, but this hilt of this axe, very nice. So very good work from Escafan and Pernok. on this poleaxe. I'm not a very heavy poleaxe user. Kind of makes sense. I wouldn't understand very well. But that is that, friends. Those are your latest skins from patch 47. And I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm glad you guys... I hope you guys like these kinds of videos. I do enjoy doing these kinds of videos. They're a lot easier to make than the other videos. That's not the main reason I do them. I do them because I like giving my opinion on things. However, most things I'm not qualified to give my opinion on. This is something I am qualified to give my opinion on because I own a lot of skins in Shiv. I've seen a lot of people wear skins. I talk to a lot of people about them from time to time. And I enjoy it. So I hope you guys liked it. Thank you very much for watching. Like, favorite, do all the other stuff if you enjoyed, and always have always have a grand day. I like that. Always have a grand day. See you guys later.